So in this last set of videos, we've been looking at marketing management and the decisions that managers make in terms of the marketing mix, the price, the product, the promotion, the place. And so in our last video, we want to look at customer relationship management. So when we look at decisions that we make in terms of our products and how we sell them to our customers, we should look at the idea of the marketing hourglass. So this comes from Duct Tape Marketing, and the marketing hourglass says the greatest opportunity for growth, it comes from selling more products to our existing customers. So not getting new customers, but to sell more to our current customers. And this is something that I think businesses often forget, is the value of keeping the current customer. So if we look at, for example, banks are always advertising that if you switch to them, then you get a free iPad. Or the cable TV channels are saying, you switch from Shaw to TELUS or TELUS to Shaw, we'll give you a half price. If you're a new customer coming to satellite radio, then we'll give you 6 months at half the price. But if you're an existing customer and you're like, well, should I stay? They won't give you the same deal. So many businesses really focus on the new customer and not the value that comes from the existing customer. But what the marketing hourglass suggests is that the greatest opportunities for growth come from selling more products to existing customers. So when it comes to effort, when it comes to cost, there's a lot of cost in terms of converting prospects into customers, taking suspects into prospects, where we have all that advertising and promotion, right? So we have to chase down leads and we have to get the information about our product out there. We need to get people to be interested in our product. So go from being that suspect to that prospect. So that means that we need to cultivate these relationships and get information about our company out on websites and social media. We need to build trust. So we need to go and do sales presentations to potential client bases. There's a lot of cost and energy in terms of that converting suspects to prospects, getting people to try our product, converting leads into clientele. So ultimately, we want to get people to try our product. If we can get them to try it and like it, then they will buy it. And then if they enjoy it, once they buy it, they will come back. And a happy and satisfied customer will be a repeat customer, and then they will be a champion. They will recruit for us and refer us to others. So the effort, all the time, the effort is in that initial recruitment to get our customers. And once we have them and they are happy with us, it's a lot less effort and time that we have to spend. And so if we can keep them happy and simply provide more products, innovations to those existing customers, we've already done the work. We've already got them. And they already trust us. They already like us. And so if we can simply provide more things that satisfy them, there's a lot more opportunities for growth at a lot less cost. And so this comes back to the corporate strategies in terms of concentration, so more products to our current target market. And that means we need to better understand who our ideal client is. So it's important for us to maintain the relationships with our customers because there's more growth opportunities from that existing customer. Our older customers we know them, they trust us. And the happier they are with us, the more likely they are to recruit on our behalf. So customer relationship management is important. This is a company-wide strategy designed to optimize profitability and revenue by focusing on customer satisfaction. And so what we want to do is recognize that the new customers are more expensive than retaining old. And that long-time customers, they're going to spend more and buy more without the discounts, without all the promotions. So really it's about maintaining that relationship to continue to keep those clients coming back and turning them into champions. So customer relationship management has a couple of components, a technology component. So often we talk about CRM, we're talking about some kind of software that allows us to manage our digital interactions with current and potential customers. So for example, this is Zoho, a company that provides CRM. And what it shows you is it tracks when people come to websites, when then those websites visits become repeat visits. So leads are created, and then when they buy, leads are converted. We look at when people do things like put things in their Amazon cart. And so they're obviously interested in, and then do they ultimately become clients? Do they actually buy? So we can track that progression when they visit websites, when they are involved in purchasing, particularly when it's online, because of the systems behind that. The cookies when people visit websites allow us to see those conversions. You can also, of course, use this customer relationship management in terms of entering in information. So for example, maybe your company calls up potential clients, so you have leads and referrals from other customers. And so then are you able to convert those into purchases? So it's helping to track the customer relationship and then to maintain that relationship. So here it's showing the sources of leads, advertisements, referrals, Facebook, looking at are people clicking on our ads, are people ultimately buying. So it shows you the conversion rate between a lead all the way to a final purchase from us. Okay. So there's that technology component. There's the strategy component. So we need to align our customer relationship strategies with those corporate strategies, with those organizational and functional area strategies. So we started our discussion about the marketing plan, saying we take from the strategic plan the overall goals and strategies for the organization, and in our strategy map, we looked at how the strategies of the different perspectives, including customer relationship, tie together. And we look at the strategies for the functional area, here the marketing department, how all those fit. And so we're using our customer relationship management to help tie together those strategies and further the overall organizational goals. We also need to have processes within our organization that are customer-centric. So if it's really about maintaining those customer relationships, turning clients into champions, then we need rules and procedures that are beneficial to retaining the customer. Okay. So we need an organizational structure that focuses on the customer. We need to motivate and reward our employees for doing things that are customer focused. We need our processes in terms of how we deal with the customers, how we sell to, and our service after the sale are really about the customer satisfaction. So these are all components of CRM. So general steps for CRM. We need to generate brand awareness. So is that going to be in terms of internet ads, social media? Is that going to be in terms of calls to customers? How are we going to get our name out there? We need to acquire leads. So we could, who is checking out our website? Those are potential leads. We could get from our other customers ideas about other companies that might be interested in buying from us. So we need to acquire leads. Then we need to convert those leads into customers. And so I was showing you before in terms of the conversion. Are we taking them from suspects to prospects? So they've heard of us. Now they're interested in us. Are they willing to try us? That's what we're looking at in terms of our conversion. If we can convert them to customers, so they'll try us, can we then keep them? So we're building those strong customer relationships and retention. So we can look at, are you tracking in your database in terms of your customers the last time your customers came to see you? So for example, the hair salon I go to, last time I was there was 4 months ago. They haven't seen me in a while. So they send me an email and say, hey, we haven't seen you in a while. Come in. When it's my birthday, they send me an email and say happy birthday. So they're trying to build that strong customer relationship to retain me, to keep me coming back. And they're trying to build loyalty, right? So you come in December, get your hair done, and we'll give you some free products. They want you to feel connected. They want you to feel appreciated, so that you'll create that loyalty, so that you'll keep coming back. And not only will you keep coming back, so they retain you, but they want you to be a champion for them. So you're going to sell on their behalf. You're going to recommend them to the customer base. So it really comes from being able to, one, keep a database of who your potential clientele are, as well as who your actual clientele are, information about them, right? So that you can email them, check in with them. That's why companies ask for things like your birthday. And so we're developing a relationship, and we're also looking at how do we take you from suspect to prospect to client to return client to champion. So acquire, convert, retain, and then create that loyalty. So personal attention, like we talked about before, call them on a first name basis, find ways to help, customize the service. If there's any issues, you address them promptly. And then that continual communication, as I was talking about before, are all ways to retain your clientele. So when it comes to CRM, we're using a lot of terms of technology and databases to help that. So when we look at CRM in terms of software, there's usually three components to the software. There's the operational part to streamline the processes and help the company in terms of that customer relationship. So we're tracking the leads, the conversions, a database that contains the information about the clients. We then can use that database to do some analytics to understand who our customers are, when they interact with us, how they engage with us, how long it takes, how many visits to our website before they actually purchase, how long something sits in their cart before they hit the buy button, helps us better understand the customers and how they behave. And then we have the collaborative aspect in terms of bridging the gap between teams and departments within our organization. So the idea here is that we don't just have to have, like in the old days where you had one salesperson and their customer list and another salesperson and their other customer list. So if we think about the way car dealerships have operated, as a customer, you have one person you're loyal to. Not so much the dealership itself, but you had a person. The challenge, of course, with that is turnover. People, do shift work. They're not on call every time the customer is there. So with this customer relationship management and this database of information, then anyone within the organization can help with the customer experience. So it's a way for teams and departments, individuals, salespeople to share information so that anybody can help the customer who comes in the door or over the phone. When it comes to artificial intelligence, this article here talks about how artificial intelligence is transforming CRM. So what we're doing is we are creating those databases, tracking movement on the internet, and using machine learning to make some recommendations for what should be done with this information. So AI is helping us in terms of data ingestion and retrieval. It used to be, the information was just about your clientele base. So it was just a spreadsheet in Excel. Now that we are taking in large quantities, big data, so marketing is moving into this area of big data. That's because if you're a company, everyone who looks at your ad, who clicks on it, who goes to your website, who browses around, you can collect information on them. And that might be a lot of people, even if you have very few people who actually buy. And so we need to analyze big databases, not just an Excel spreadsheet, but a huge database of information. So artificial intelligence can help us with data ingestion, so bringing it in, so the retrieval, bring it in, and then helping us in terms of pulling out the useful information. So data ingestion and retrieval. We can also analyze people's sentiment, how they feel when they post things on Twitter, when they post reviews on our website. We can use AI and natural language processing to take that text analyze it, look for trends. We can look for whether the sentiment, whether the statements are more positive or negative based on the words and how the words connect to other words. So that's how natural language processing works and sentiment analysis. And so we can then get a better understanding about how our customers feel, how former customers feel, how potential customers feel about us and our products. We can help maintain data integrity. So we can use AI, for example, to identify bots. One of the challenges with Yelp and reviews on Amazon and hotels.com is that they can be artificially generated. And so helping us identify which reviews and comments are real and which ones are not can help us protect our brand image. We can also use AI in terms of lead scoring and specific recommendations. So if we go back, as we are showing you for that one company here, in terms of here's people who saw our ad on Facebook, here's people who clicked on the ad, and then here's people who actually made a purchase from our company, and tracks all of those together, right? We're looking at tracking individuals with cookies on websites and when they visit us, but it helps us in terms of lead scoring. So the thing is that we can then look at an individual who clicks on our advertisement. What's the probability they're actually going to buy and when? How long is it going to take? And so this helps us then to understand who is going to be more likely to purchase from us, what type of promotional campaigns are more successful, right? If we're paying a lot of money for advertising on Facebook, is that actually turning into sales? And then prescriptive account-specific recommendations. So we can then say, okay, well, these individuals, they're likely to buy from us, but it's going to take a while. Or they're likely to buy from us, but only when we have these certain types of promotions, advertising, coupons. Only when we feature certain items do they actually then convert from a lead to an actual purchase. So helping to then predict who is going to make a purchase and when, what percentage of leads get converted and how, will help us in terms of marketing to other people in the future. So we can use AI in customer relationship management. And customer relationship management is a strategy, but often we hear CRM, we think software, because it's software that's helping us with this strategy of keeping track of our customers and building that relationship. And so we're using AI, CRM software, and CRM strategies in order to turn people from suspects to prospects, to clients, to repeat clients, to champions, and to get those champions to sell on our behalf and to buy more of our products.